Alright, guys, I'm a bit shook up. Only about an hour ago, I took my dog to the dog park, and it's like something that has just never happened before. I mean, we've been taking our cute little dog Pretzel to the dog park for almost 7 years now, and this has never happened. I've taken him to dog parks full of what looked like very angry dogs or very vicious dogs, and this has never happened. I've never thought less of pit bulls or anything like that, because a dog is simply what it is raised to be. Just as a human is oftentimes, just a blank slate or a sponge at first, and then they're taught their ways, whether they be good or not good. Luckily, a couple of weeks ago, or almost a couple of weeks ago now, I watched a video on YouTube of the alligator attack that happened at Disney World Orlando. And it talked about how the only way to get an alligator to release its jaw and its bite and its grip is to punch or kick it in the nose and or the eyes. Now, a pit bull is a bit different, but I used those same techniques because what happened was I released our little dog, our little Pretzel, into the dog park by opening the first gate, but the first gate then leads to two more gates, the small dog park and the big dog park. So for many years, we've always released our dog into the park which had dogs in it. So if the other small dog park or the big dog park was vacant, we'd always let our dog into the one with other dogs to socialize and interact. Our dog was never a bother to any other dogs, and no other dogs have really been a bother to ours. If they seeming slightly aggressive or barking in any way like that, the owner would simply take their dog away. Now, this time was a bit different because I released my dog into the little lobby area which led into the big dog and the small dog park. But all I saw was two dogs, two very large muscular pit bulls, and an older lady who owned them in the bigger dog park area. So I figured they'd be sweet. Once again, over the years, I'd removed the stereotype of disliking pit bulls from my mind. I never even allowed it to occur because of what I said. They can be raised in a good way or not. It's not the breed or the dog. It's simply how they were raised and taught and trained. So I opened the big dog gate, and immediately one of the very muscular pit bulls storms out, runs to our dog, and chases it like a little squirrel around, and then it gets on top of it. I don't know what kind of stance you guys would call this. Let me know down below if you know what this even means. But it was kind of like the aggressor jumping on top, and my little dog was like belly up, and it couldn't get out from under the pit bull. That's when the pit bull grabbed onto its neck, and that's when anytime anything like this ever happens at a dog park, which nothing quite like it has ever happened, but any aggression of any kind that any dog were to aim towards my dog, this is what I do. I grab my dog. I try to grab my dog as quick as possible and just take it away from the other dog, just to end the situation. But this time I tried to do that, but my dog wouldn't come. Like, it wouldn't release. The pit bull just had its grip and it just wouldn't release. And I always heard like nightmare stories on how when a pit bull bites, it just doesn't release because it's so darn strong. So it grabbed my dog and it wouldn't release. And then the owner of the pit bull grabbed the pit bull, and when the owner picked its pit bull up, my dog was literally hanging there by its neck, skin, fur, and it wouldn't release. At this point, my dog was trying to bite, like trying to lift its head to try to bite something, but it couldn't. So all I knew to do was just punch the pit bull in the nose repeatedly, punching its eyes, punching its nose, and it was maybe 10-15 seconds, but it felt like a lifetime. And then its nose started to bleed, and finally it released my dog to the ground. My dog tried to run away, but the lady's other pit bull then chased my dog. Luckily, the other pit bull was not an aggressor at all, but what happened was I was able to get a hold of my dog at that point, and I went to the car. I didn't even say anything to the lady because I was just so distraught, and the lady, I lost my keys. I couldn't even get into the car, so I went back to to the dog park, and I had to find my keys, and the lady finally said, "Sorry, are you okay?" And I showed her my hand on how like it was bloody at the time, and it still hurts really badly. And my dog released something that made it smell really bad. I mean, my wife thought it like had an accident all over itself, and basically, the lady didn't offer anything. Like, she just argued with me. She said, I bring my dogs here all the time, and there's never a problem. And I said, listen, ma'am, you shouldn't bring your dog to the dog parks anymore unless you're positive that it's not going to attack or be aggressive in any way, because that is a major liability. I mean, if it had broken the skin of our dog or caused stitches or anything, she would have been held liable. I mean, it broke my skin having to defend my dog, but my hand will heal. I'm just glad our dog's okay, our cute little dog Pretzel. So anyways, guys, let me know down below what you would have done in that situation. I found out that like online it said that you're supposed to pull the tail or bend the tail backwards or upwards or something. I didn't do that. I didn't know about it until afterwards. Maybe I'll do that if it happens again, but let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.